and welcome to this video. As you can see from my background, we are no longer in Walt Disney World. Aww. But we did have those amazing trip. The Disney blues are hitting me hard, but we're still with the Disney related content. This video is going to be all about everything we spent at Walt Disney World. So if you are budgeting for a future trip, or you're just curious and you want to know what it costs to go to Walt Disney World, then this is the video for you. Please keep watching. Please give it a thumbs up at any point and please subscribe. But yeah, let's roll. Right, I've got my spreadsheets up, so let's start with travel. So for the flights, me and Megan, if it's not obvious, we're British, and we flew from London Gatwick, and we fly with British Airways. We're British Airways girls. We collect the points on British Airways Amex. We always fly British Airways. And 2 return tickets for economy came to £1,323. We did book ours quite last minute, so that's definitely on the pricier side. We've definitely paid less before. We actually just bought our flights for next year's holiday and they did come out cheaper than that. So definitely book in advance, sort of as far as you can, and look out for BA sales and things like that to try and save money on your flights. Now the economy tickets, they include one 23-kilogram bag, which actually Megan did go over on the way out. So we can't even blame the merchandise. And just so you know, if you do go over, you have to pay an additional £63. So weigh your suitcase before you go. Don't do a Megan and be over. But yeah, so yeah, one 23-kilogram bag, that you check that in, that goes in the hold. And then you get 2 bits of hand luggage. So we just had a handbag and a backpack, or we've done a handbag and a little suitcase of 4 that fits in the overhead lockers. Now, as me and Megan travel as a pair, and I do get travel anxiety, so we like to pre-book the 2 seats that are by themselves towards the back of the plane, and they cost £72 per person each way. So that was £288 in total on top of the flight cost. A tip, if you are booking the 2 seats, I would maybe avoid booking the very last row if you can, because sometimes nearer the time, it's happened to us before, where they've changed the layout of the plane, or sometimes they'll reserve those for staff, and it's always the back 2 that happens with. So we learnt from our lesson from a previous trip, and we now book the first 2. And also we noticed as well, if you do that, you kind of have this space behind the 3rd seat in front of you, so you feels like you get a bit of an extra space as well. So if you are British, like myself and Megan, then you will need a visa to enter the US, and that is called an ESTA. You will not be allowed in if you do not have one, so make sure you book one before your trip. We booked ours, I think we did it a month in advance, and we just did it via the ESTA app on your phone. Really easy to use, took about 15 minutes, and then I think I got approved like 4 hours later. But yeah, so I recommend using the app, then that way it's already always on your phone. And yeah, for 2 ESTAs that cost $21. So I am going to go through and convert everything to pounds. So as of now, it's about 74. So I think it's 74p per $1. So yeah, that was £31.10 for both of our ESTAs. So once you arrive in Orlando, there's multiple different ways you can get to your resort from the airport. We chose to use a Lyft, and by Lyft I mean Lyft. It's similar to Uber, and yeah, it was really pleasant. It took about 30 minutes and just over $50. We also did the same on the way back to the airport, and it was the same price, same time. So in total we spent $105.19 on Lyfts to and from the airport, and that's £77.89. What I will say about the Lyft and Ubers, make sure you have them downloaded before you get to the US. Enter all your payment information into there, and also make sure you have the address of where you're staying. So we booked our package deal through attractiontickets.com, and we did the package of hotel and park tickets all together. It was definitely the cheapest way for us to do it at the time. We did a lot of shopping around, and also this package came with the photo memory maker pass, which is all the ride photos and stuff, and also came with the free quick service meal dining plan. So definitely shop around, but we've used attraction tickets loads. We think they're really great. But the total for that package was £2,424.60. So again, that's for 2 adults, 7 nights in a Disney's value resort, and 7 park hopper tickets. Park hopping basically means you can go into multiple parks in the same day. So if you wanted to go Magic Kingdom in the morning, Animal Kingdom later, then Epcot in the evening, you'd need a park hopper ticket to do that. I'm going to talk about the quick service dining plan a little later, but yeah, definitely have a look around at the add-ons that you can get, or the promotional offers that some of these companies are doing. So the hotel we stayed in was All Star Movies. That's the Disney's Value Resort, and yeah, we absolutely loved that resort. We've stayed there 3 times now. That's actually the only resort we have stayed in on property. But yeah, we think it's great value for money. They've got 2 swimming pools. They play movies at night. You can do s'mores. They've got a great food court. They've got an arcade. They've got their own merchandise shop and a little shop you can buy some groceries at. They've got washing machines, dryers that we've used on our trips before. And yeah, I mean, the main perk of staying on resort is the early entry. That basically just means you get to enter the parks 30 minutes before general non-hotel guests. So that's a massive perk of staying on resort, and also the free shuttle buses that take you to and from your hotel and park. They also take you to Disney Springs, the water parks as well. So yeah, love All Star Movies. Let me know if you've stayed there before and what you think, but yeah, love All Star Movies. It's like our second home. If you have watched our vlog series, you'll know that we did get upgraded to a preferred room. So the cost I just mentioned, that was for a standard room in All Star Movies, but we did actually get upgraded when we checked in, which was awesome. The layout of the room was exactly the same as a standard room, but it was just the location of the block. So All Star Movies has loads of different themed blocks. For example, they've got Toy Story block, Fantasia block, and we've stayed in the Love Bug block before, and the Mighty Ducks block. So I believe they're all standard rooms, and then the preferred rooms are in the Dalmatian block, which is where we stayed on our most recent trip. But yeah, like I said, the rooms are exactly the same layout, really clean, really tidy, really modern. Absolutely had no problems with the standard rooms before, which is why we just booked a standard room again. The perk of the preferred room is it's closer to like the buses, the food court, etc. So that does help when your feet are killing you after a park day. So yeah, that was £2,424.60 for 7 nights in a value resort hotel with 7 days park tickets, photo pass, quick service dining plan. Food can add up fast, and me and Megan love our food. Like I said, we had the quick service meal dining plan, and as a free additional extra, we loved it because it's essentially free food, and who doesn't love free things at Disney? It doesn't happen often. There are different types of dining plans you can get, and they do differ on sort of which resort you're staying at. So we stayed at a value resort, which meant we got the lower level of the dining plan, which was the quick service meal dining plan. We actually found that was plenty for us. You get 1 quick service meal plan a day, which comes with a drink, but we think we saved around $280, so around £208 worth of food, which, like I said, as a free promotional offer was fantastic, because otherwise we would have had to spend that. I will quickly tell you how it works. So basically, when you check in, you get your credits loaded onto your Disney My Experience app. So we stayed for 7 nights, which meant 7 credits each, so 14 credits in total, and they just get loaded onto your My Disney Experience app, so you can then use them on your Magic Band, or we just used our Apple Watch with our park tickets on. And you can just use them throughout the week, so they don't expire after a day. You could use 3 in a day, none the next day. You just keep using them until they run out. But all the other food that we bought in our trip, so the snacks, drinks, etc., the non-quick service meals, we spent $442.85, and that works out about £327.92. Now look, before I admit this, we listen and we don't judge, okay? Again, we listen and we don't judge. but me and Megan, we love a marshmallow treat, particularly caramel marshmallows from the Germany Pavilion. And we spent over $100 on marshmallows and cake pops. Do I regret anything? No. Would I do it again? Yes, I'd probably pay $100 just to have one now. But let that be a reminder that you can get carried away with Mickey-shaped treats. Right, another thing you got to watch out for. Disney merchandise. It gets you. It's like you walk into a shop and you black out. Me and Megan spent $530.28 on merch. So around £392.66. And look, it was definitely more restrained than our first trip. Definitely didn't buy as many pins this year as I have previously. But yeah, that included t-shirts. Megan bought her Spirit jersey, which she loves. I bought this jumper, which love. And yeah, I did get some pins. Our absolute favourite souvenir though that we got was a silhouette of our dog Millie, very cute. I honestly could have cried when she gave it to me. But yeah, it's on Main Street and it's a little car and it's souvenirs and I think they're about $18 each. But yeah, that is probably hands down my favourite souvenir I've ever bought from Disney. So definitely recommend getting it, especially if you have a pet. I think it's such a cute way to get like the Disney magic and your pet together. So yeah, we love that. Absolutely no regrets about that one. If you have got an annual pass or DVC, you do get a discount on all your merch. We sadly don't. But yeah, make sure you budget a lot for merchandise and souvenirs. Right, if you've watched our vlog series, you'll know that we weren't particularly on it this year with lightning lanes. So we actually only bought one lightning lane each. Well, 3 lightning lanes because we bought one for our friend Ashley because she was going to join us the last half of our trip. And that was luckily for Cosmic Rewind, which is Megan's absolute favourite ride. But just before we went, they changed the lightning lane and multi-pass system, and also they changed the virtual queues. So we were a bit behind, we hadn't really done our research. So we were actually, when we got there, all the lightning lanes are gone bar this one we could get for Cosmic Rewind. So make sure you do your research all about multi-pass lightning lanes, when you can book them, how far in advance you can book them, because otherwise you'll be like us and you won't have any. So yeah, $54.33 on lightning lanes. So that's £40.23. Budget a lot more than that because obviously we only got one. On future trips we will be buying more lightning lanes because they do save a lot of time. So yeah, be smarter than we were. Right, we've gone through all of the categories. I have converted them all into pounds. So on flights and travel, that was £1,719.99. Hotel and park tickets, our package was £2,424.60. Food and dining, we spent £327.92. Merchandise, £392.66. And then lightning lanes, £40.23. So in total, our 1 week Disney trip came to £4,905.40 for 2 adults. So just under £2,500 each. Wow. When you put it all together, it's a lot, isn't it? But yeah, was it worth it? Hell yeah. Will I do it again? Probably next year. You can totally do Disney more on a budget. Obviously, I mean, you'll have to let me know if you want some budget tips videos, but me and Megan, obviously, it's like our big holiday of the year, so we just save up for it and we budget for it, but you can definitely do it cheaper, obviously staying off property, for example, but we love the perks that come with staying on property. The value resorts, I think, are great value for money, and they're obviously the cheapest option if you're going to stay on Disney. But yeah, make sure you look out for things like dining plans, free promotional offers, things like that. So that's a wrap on everything we spent at our 1 week Disney trip in March 2025. For reference, these prices are for March 2025. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe. I really want to make more Disney informative content, so if you have any suggestions or questions, please drop them below in the comments. And yeah, take care and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!